If you are in your 20s or in your 30s and you are constantly thinking, what am I doing with my life? I want you to hear this before you panic and make another random decision. Maybe you have been scrolling through LinkedIn. Maybe you saw someone just got promoted, someone launched a business, someone got a job, someone moved abroad, someone is married, someone bought a house, and all of the list go on and on. And you are there sitting thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Maybe you don't even have a job. Maybe you have a degree and you don't even know what to do with it. Maybe you have tried several things and nothing actually work. Maybe you don't even know what you are interested in anymore. And because everyone seems to be moving, you feel like you're behind. And here's where I want you to start. I want you to stop trying to figure out your entire life. That's the first mistake most people make. You don't need to know what you are going to, be doing for the next 20 years. What I need you to know is your next step, right? And that is what we're going to be exploring for this particular section. You are building your life from the scratch. Remember, this is a 5 series video, right? So this is the first series, right? I need you to know what your next step of action will be, right? And give me some moments. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you so that you can see, okay? Okay, great. So this is what I wanted to achieve. Okay. So I was saying that I said if you do not know what you are going to do right now, your first mistake is planning for the next 20 years, right? What you need to know is what your next step is. And those are two different questions entirely. Instead of asking yourself, what am I supposed to do with my life? You must ask yourself these three things. Number one is, what do I already know how to do? All right. Ask yourself that question. What do I already know how to do? And guys, don't tell me you don't have any skills. I don't want to believe that. All right. But if it still seems like think that, okay, blessing, you don't understand it, I don't have any skills, send me a message. You guys have access to me so we can talk. Okay. So, can you communicate? Ask yourself that particular question. Are you a communicator? Are you someone that knows how to communicate well? 2, can you write? 3, can you organize things? 4, can you teach? Can you sell? Can you make use of Canva? Can you speak another language? Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, what you should be asking yourself should not be what is going to be my next 20 year step. It should be what step am I going to make today that will take me from this point that I am right now to the future that I actually envisage for myself. And that's why you need to sit down and ask yourself question about what are you good at. Okay? So I already listed that. Now, you've already identified what your skills are. Now, your skills don't automatically become valuable because it is being given to you, or your skill doesn't become valuable simply because someone gave you a certificate around it. No, right? I'm sure you've been using some of them even without you recognizing them as skills. Some of you don't even know that what you have is a skill. Number 2, if you have identified that particular skill, now you move on to what problem can I help people with? What problem can I solve? Right? Let's say you are someone that knows how to make videos. I'm just using as an example now. No matter how much you tried, no matter how much every other person tried, when you lay your hand on video, on camera, you take correct videos, right? Now, number 2 question you should ask yourself is, what problems can I help solve? Number 1 question is, what skill do I have? Number 2 is what problem can I help people solve? Now, when you ask yourself that particular question, that is where adulthood gets practical, and that is where clarity comes from. Don't only ask yourself, what do I love? Because majorly what you love may not even be able to pay your bills, right? Ask yourself, what problem can I become useful at solving? Okay, that's one of the questions you need to ask yourself. Is it a business problem? Because people have problem. Is it businesses have problem? Is it people problem? People have problems. Is it relationship? Is it communication? Is it different things like that, right? Think about it. Someone needs customer support. Someone needs social media manager. Someone needs a salesperson. Someone needs a designer. Someone needs an assistant. Someone needs a driver. Someone needs someone who can organize their business. Someone needs someone who can write. So you don't necessarily need to discover your passion. You need to start becoming useful. And that is where the answer lies. The moment you recognize where you can actually become useful, then you begin to see that a pathway of knowledge of how to actually, utilize that skill that you have, it begins to unfold in your heart. Okay. So now, number three is, what do I need right now? This is very, very important. What do I need right now? Now, it is not what Instagram says. It is not what Instagram says you should want. It is not what Instagram, brings to you and you are saying that every other people are doing. But you should ask yourself, what do you need right now? Do you need income? Do you need training? Do you need experience? Do you need a skill? Do you need to relearn something? Do you need a direction? Do you need confidence? Do you need to build your portfolio? Just be honest. I'm sure that I already mentioned it before. For this particular section, you need to have a pen and paper with you because these are questions you should be answering. Like I mentioned earlier, you should ask yourself, what do you need right now? Not what Instagram says you need. Okay. So ask yourself, okay, from point A to point B, what do I need to get to point B? Is it a job that I need? Is it a skill that I need? Is it a direction that I need? Is it a confidence that I need? Is it a portfolio that I need? So you have to be honest with yourself round about that. Okay. Now, because your next step is actually depend on your actual situation. So let's give for an instance, you need an income. You may need to prioritize employable skills, right? Now, you look at it, okay, say I'm gonna give myself as an example. Let's say you're an appointment setter or you are someone that is very strategic, right? You know how to hold conversation. You could be an appointment setter, right? And what does an appointment setter does? They help companies, they book meetings for companies. Do you understand? Right? You are not even the closer. What you just need is to make sure that people are interested in a product that a company wants to offer them and you book meetings, right? That's basically what an appointment setter does. Let's say you're an outbound sales. What you do is you're going to, let's say you are someone that get people, to respond. You can work as an outbound sales person. I'm just giving as an instance, right? So you need to prioritize your employable skills. That's number one thing that is very, very important that I'm sure you should work on. If you have income, but you hate your career, what you might need is you might need to take a step for exploration, right? Let's say you are someone that you have income, you are very good, money is coming in, but you don't have peace about your career or you hate it. The next thing is you might have to consider being open, you know, open to some other options, right? That can be tailored to what your passion is. Okay. For someone that do not have an experience, your first goal might be simply getting experience. Okay. So you might volunteer, you might decide to work as an intern, all of that. Okay. Now let's move to the next thing. So you don't have to solve everything at once. You don't have to try to solve everything at once. One thing I want you guys to do is I want you to take a piece of paper and write, I know how to. I want you to write 10 things that you know how to do. It could be that I can help people or businesses with da 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 da. Da. Then you write at least 10 things. I want you to write at least 10 things. If you cannot come up with 10 things, I want you to write at least 5 solid things right? When you are done, then you ask yourself, be brutally honest. And I don't want you to worry about the perfection of your answers. It's okay. Your answers don't have to be perfect, okay? What you just need is to write it down, and then we are going to try and look into it. We're not trying to discover your entire purpose today, okay? We're just trying to find out your starting points, because sometimes adults will become less overwhelming when you stop asking different questions. You start to ask yourself, what can I do next? It's not about where is my life going. The question now you should ask yourself is, what can I do next? And that's where we are starting at, okay? And so in the next video, we are going to get even more practical, okay? I'm going to attach where you are going to download this particular slide. Of course, the slide are going to be packed together, okay? So you'll be able to see it, at the end of the resource, okay? So we're going to have that. I'm going to see you in the second video, okay? So drop your assignment via email. I want you to drop your assignment, the assignment that I gave to you, drop it via email. We have a group, okay, where you can drop your assignment. Yeah, just drop your assignment.